xylem once again. Xylem, it is made up of 4 elements: tracheae, vessels, xylem parenchyma, xylem fibers, and out of these 4, tracheae, vessels and xylem fibers, they are made up of dead cells, whereas xylem parenchyma, it is made up of living cells. And what is the main function of xylem? That it helps in transport of water and minerals absorbed by the roots to each and every part of the plant, and it helps only in the upward movement of water. So movement of water takes place through xylem and moves only in one direction, that is in upward direction. Now, how the transport of food take place in plant? Yes, the transport of food take place in plant with the help of another complex permanent tissue known as phloem. So phloem is known as food conducting vascular tissue. So phloem is known as food conducting vascular tissue. It helps in the conduction of food. Like xylem, phloem is also made up of cells known as elements. And phloem, it is made up of 5 types of cells or elements. These are sieve cells, sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. Out of these 5, sieve cells, sieve tubes, companion cell, phloem parenchyma, all these 4, they are made up of living cell, whereas phloem fiber, it is made up of dead cell. Let's start with the sieve cells. Sieve cells are living cells, and on maturity they lost their nucleus, they become elongated and they change into sieve tubes. Now, next is the sieve tube. Sieve tubes are elongated tubular cells and they do not have nucleus. Nucleus is absent in sieve tube cells and they have very less cytoplasm, and this cytoplasm is present in the form of strands. You can see these lines. These are the strands of cytoplasm, also known as cytoplasmic strands. The end walls of the sieve tube is known as sieve plate, and these sieve plate, they have pores present in them. So pores are present in the sieve plate, and this is responsible for the movement of food. Sieve plates, they are joined with the other sieve tube cell, or you can say sieve tube cells, they are placed one above the another to form a column which helps in the conduction of food. So what is the main function of sieve tube? That it helps in the conduction of food, or it helps in the movement of food prepared by the leaves. Now, the next element is companion cell. Companion cell, it is a living cell. It consists of prominent nucleus and a very dense cytoplasm. Large amount of cytoplasm is present inside the companion cell, and these companion cells, they are present along with the sieve tube cells. They have a very close proximity, like this. I can show you here. These are present. Companion cells are present like this along with the sieve tube cells. When I was explaining sieve tube, I told you that sieve cells, they are non-nucleated. They don't have nucleus. But still it is a living cell. How? We know that the cell which have nucleus, they are living cell. Without nucleus, cell cannot survive because most of the function of the cell is controlled by the nucleus. Already you have studied about the nucleus in the last chapter, cell. Now, how the sieve tube without nucleus remain alive? The answer is companion cell. Yes, companion means friend. So companion cell, it helps in keeping the sieve tube alive. I repeat, companion cells, they help in sieve tube alive. How? We know companion cell, they have large nucleus and a dense cytoplasm. Sieve tube and companion cells, they are connected with each other through a structure known as plasmodesmata. You can say a door is present in between the, you can say these are the two rooms. If we make a door in between, so we can move from this room to the another. Similarly, companion cell and sieve tube cell, they have a path present in them, or you can say door between them. A structure is present between them known as plasmodesmata, due to which the material required by the sieve tube are synthesized by the nucleus of companion cell and it moves again into the sieve tube. So in this way, companion cell helps the sieve tube to keep alive. I repeat, companion cell, they are living cell which have dense nucleus, which have prominent nucleus and a dense cytoplasm. They are present along with the sieve tube cells and they help. What is the main function of companion cell? They help to keep the sieve tube cell alive. How? Companion cell and sieve tube cell, they are connected to each other with the help of structure known as plasmodesmata, due to which the material required by the sieve tube is synthesized by the nucleus of nucleus of companion cell, and the material, it moves again back into the sieve tube. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now the next is phloem parenchyma. Like xylem parenchyma, what was the function of xylem parenchyma? Yes, it helps in the storage of food and it helps in lateral conduction of water. But it was xylem parenchyma. Now we are studying about phloem parenchyma. So phloem parenchyma, now we know that the phloem, its main function is conduction of food. So phloem parenchyma, it helps in the storage of food and it helps in lateral conduction of food. Okay, so what is the main function of phloem parenchyma? It helps in the storage of food and it helps in lateral conduction of food. Now the last element is phloem fibers. Phloem fibers, they are made up of dead cells. It means their cell wall is very thick, very narrow lumen is present like xylem fibers, and what is their main function? Similar like xylem fibers, that they provide mechanical support to the phloem. It mainly provides mechanical support to the other element of the phloem. So to all these elements, mechanical support is provided by phloem fibers. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let's revise once again. Phloem, it is a food conducting vascular tissue. Xylem, water. Phloem, food. It is made up of 5 types of element: sieve cells, sieve tube, companion cell, phloem parenchyma, phloem fibers. Sieve cells, they are the living cells and they give rise to sieve tube. Sieve tube are elongated tubular structures with perforated ends. Have you seen the sieve? Pores are present in the sieve, and when you strain a tea, the tea leaves, they remain at the top and the tea you get in a cup. So similarly, these sieve tubes, their sieve plate, they have a pores like sieve. That's why their name is sieve tube. Okay, so the sieve tube, its main function is that it helps in conduction of food, and it mainly helps in vertical conduction of food, means upward and downward conduction of food take place with the help of sieve tube. Companion cells, they are living cells with a large nucleus and dense cytoplasm, and their main function is to keep the seed tube cell alive, to help the seed tube cell. Next is phloem parenchyma, living cell with nucleus, cytoplasm and vacuole. Their function is to store food and help in lateral conduction of food. Phloem fibers made up of dead cells have thick cell wall, narrow lumen, and function is they provide mechanical support to the other phloem elements. Now, overall, what is the function of phloem? That phloem helps in the transport of food synthesized by the leaves to each and every part of the plant. Okay, so the food movement, it takes place with the help of phloem. Now, food is synthesized in the upper part of the plant and it moves to the lower part of the plant with the help of phloem. But during, you can say, during the autumn season, when there is leaf fall is there, at that time food is stored in the roots. In the storage organ, food is stored by the plants for adverse condition. During adverse condition, leaves are not there. So, how the plant will stay alive? At that time, plant will take out the food which is already stored in storage organ. And these food, it is transported to the each and every part of the plant. That's why after some time, new leaves arises and again the photosynthesis will be done by the leaves. So now you can see the downward and upward movement of food take place. So it means phloem help in the bidirectional movement of food. Bidirectional means two, upward as well as downward. So this is known as bidirectional. So the phloem, it helps in the transport of food synthesized by the leaves and it's stored in the storage organs, and during the adverse condition, the stored food, it is utilized by the plant. So bidirectional movement of food take place, means upward as well as in the downward direction movement of food take place. Whereas in xylem, conduction of water take place only in one direction, that is only in upward direction movement of water take place. And in both the cases, xylem and phloem, lateral conduction means sideways conduction of food and water, it take place with the help of xylem parenchyma and phloem parenchyma. Xylem parenchyma, it helps in lateral conduction of water, and phloem parenchyma, it helps in lateral conduction of food. With this, complex permanent tissue is complete. Thank you everyone.